Okay. Hey guys, hey, hi. Just want to say hi.
I can't say too much as yet, but I'm going to be spending a lot more time in here with you lot, because I love it in here. I fucking love it!
We'll just run circles around you, no matter who you are. You know what I mean? And so, its coachability is very important.
What? I was like, what? He's on the...
I also felt the energy of it. I was just like in it. It was exciting.
Yeah,
like it was
exactly.
really fun. Because all of it, I don't know, like even the main channel shoot we were on, actually watching it was fun, unedited.
Yeah.
Which was so cool to see that like if the idea is good enough to watch live and enjoy as just a real-time live experience, it's going to be extra fun to watch as an edited experience.
Yeah.
It's like the simplest thing, but I was just thinking about it like last night.
You could have just filmed that whole session.
And it would be fun to watch.
And live streamed it and it would have popped off.
And it would have been fun to watch.
Yeah.
So that's I think like something that I was like, oh, that's what gives these videos so much energy. They're fun to watch live.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about the Hi Me in X years.
Oh, yes. I forgot about those.
When's the next one?
You can't tell us.
Well, you can.
I feel like that's part of the excitement.
Well, but you can look at Hi Me 1 year, Hi Me in 5 years, and then just deduce like 10 years is the next one, and it's going to be 5 years from Hi Me in 5 years.
So, how many of those are there?
Oh, there's a bunch. But the next one is Hi Me in 10 years, and it comes out on October 5th. 2 years from now.
Oh
so
my God,
one of these October 5th.
So interesting.
Or maybe it's October 4th. Yeah. It's very close.
Are you filming them now?
No. I filmed them all. When I had 8,000 subscribers, I sat down and I just cranked out a bunch of videos. And the schedule, I was like, this goes in 6 months, this goes in a year.
Also, let's think about football, the Super Bowl. Like, football's a really complicated game.
It is.
Right? And,
it is.
And a lot of people watch that game, but it's pretty complex.
Yeah, but they've also had training their whole lives and blah, blah, blah.
And when it comes down to it, it's also like one team is going this way, the other is going that way.
Because I still don't even fully understand football. Exactly. I'm just like,
boxing is so interesting because it's so simple.
I think, when I watched that video, you also left space for character building, which is something we talked to you about 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
It was advice from us that, like, not to say that that's
no, of course,
at all
go for it.
part of
no,
it.
We'll take everyone tells you.
Like, there's an element of, when you make space for character building, potentially people click off.
Yeah.
Because they're like,
exactly. I was worried about that before.
I'm not connected to that person. And in that video, I think you successfully pulled that off, where one of the final contestants, it's his daughter's birthday.
I know.
And she comes in and like, he's emotional.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first times where I was like, whoa.
We had a guy who was in a cube for like 7 days. It was his daughter's birthday. And so we brought his daughter in.
This right here. That's for my daughter. Today's her birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what comes through the curtains.
Oh, let's see.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna let you miss her birthday.
Is that your dad?
No recognition. Yes.
Very much. Regardless if you lose, we're proud of you. You can do this.
Good job.
Yeah.
Did you almost cut that?
No, bro. When I saw that the first time, I literally cried. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like in person, I was kind of crying, but when I saw the first cut of the video, I literally tears came down my cheeks. I was like, "Oh, I've never felt this way before watching one of our videos." Like even just thinking about it, like I tear up a little
you're
bit.
getting teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's good. That was a very emotional moment. And so that video we tested the everything would breathe a whole lot more. So we would pick things that. Well, like also like you don't have to like hook people as much. Like I don't have to, so after I get people through episode 1, they're invested in the characters we would have in these game shows, and they, so I don't have to like be screaming at the start of all of them and convince them to watch. They're watching, you know what I mean? But it'd be so awesome. Like, I mean, picture like Squid Game, but like 10x. Like that's what I would do, with the set. But also, obviously, actual Squid Game, not ours, was scripted. This would be unscripted. And so, but picture those same crazy sets and experiences, but unscripted, where it's actual, real, raw emotion with, I don't know if it's 1,000 or 10,000 people that dwindle it down to one competing for the largest cash prize in history. It'd be awesome, especially now that we're getting better at storytelling and how to build characters and stuff. I'd love to take all that knowledge we've learned and just apply it to a longer format. It'd be so much fun.
It's so interesting you bring that up about like the different environments and what the viewer expectation is and what the creator does in those environments.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it in the terms of permission and interruption. So like if I buy a ticket to a movie, and I go sit in a movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
You know how weird it would be if I left after 70% of the movie?
Yeah.
You know, or like 30% of the movie.
You're a lot more willing to like, grind through some like dull moments.
Exactly. And so that's like permission. Like the audience has given you permission to tell you this 2-hour story or an hour and a half story. But on YouTube or TikTok, it's like kind of interruption. It's like this thumbnail is meant to interrupt your feed and make you so curious that you click through, and then you know you need to keep.
And then in the first 30 seconds, you got to explain why it's important. And it's like you basically it's like you're a salesman. If you do it right around the 1 minute mark, now you're not.
You just said like it loses money. Right?
Yeah, well, short form is like an interesting thing because like never before in history have you been able to make a piece of content that goes viral on Facebook, goes viral on Instagram. I mean, Reddit has where you swipe through. Can go viral on Reddit. Can go viral on Twitter. When you tap on a video, Twitter you can swipe through. Go viral on TikTok and go viral on YouTube. Like, if you make the right kind of short form content, you can literally grow across every platform. Like, Cabby Lane doesn't make Instagram specific content. And what does he have, like 80 million followers?
I think you're neck and neck with him right now.
Yeah, well, but whatever. But on Instagram, he's like 80 million followers, right? But the guy doesn't even use Instagram. He just reposts his clips of it, right? Same thing with a lot of other people popping on short form. So, like, short form is very interesting because it's like, you don't have to be like a god at YouTube. You don't have to be a god at TikTok and then a god at Snapchat and then a god at this platform and that platform. You can actually, it's very weird. It's like, this has never happened in social media. It just never has. You can master this one craft, and by mastering that one craft, you can grow across all platforms.
Like any business, like it's going to take time to build trust.
Yeah.
Right? Like your YouTube channel at 8,000 subscribers, in YouTube's eyes, is like, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Walmart and everyone's great. The retailers working with them's awesome. And like a lot of them watch the videos. So it's like pretty easy. Like it's not like the stereotypical where you would think I walk in there and I have to pitch these people why they should sell these products. Anytime I talk to a retailer, they're just like, okay, you know, how much do you want us to put on the shelves? You know, it's not, so it's more right now, more the problem is making enough bars and keeping up with demand. It's not really convincing retailers to put it there. Like, cause it's pretty obvious. I can show infinite amounts of data of how Feastables isn't just taking revenue from Hershey's. So like people are just walking to the chocolate aisle and instead of buying Hershey's, buying Feastables. Like people who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically to buy Feastables.
You're creating a new market.
Exactly. I'm bringing new customers to the aisle, which is such a net positive and one of the biggest KPIs these buyers would want, that it's just like dumb not to have me there. It's like, you know, literally incompetence not to put our bar there because I'm bringing new people to the aisle. You know what I mean? And they realize that. So it's like, it's not even like a thing. You know what I mean? It's just like literally, can I keep up with the demand?
It's similar to when you started on YouTube, you had like a group of up and coming creators that you talk to all the time, right? Do you have that in CPG
I'm working
products?
on it. I'm trying.
Like founders or
I'm
like at the mall for the Beast Burger
So I
launch.
can't be in crowds. I can't, I watch a movie unless I rent out buy every ticket in the movie, or people are just gonna like film me the whole time. It's like I always have to be on guard. Like I'm known for carrying around money. Like people have broken into my house before, and so it's like I gotta have security at my house, and I gotta do all this. So it's like all that. It's like no matter where I go, you're always on, and also I can't just like if I mess up, someone's always filming me when I'm in public. I don't know what mess up means, but you're always on. You can never let your guard down. There's always things going on, and then and you always have to be filming because all these people depend on you, and and then the expectation is like, if I just do one thing just slightly worse than the video, then there's 500 Twitter threads of like why MrBeast is getting lazy and MrBeast is gonna fall off because like on this one boat, he wasn't feeling the best. Like they don't know, but I'm like, oh, if I'm not feeling the best, and I just like don't film as much for one little thing, and I just, whatever. And so then the bit isn't as perfect as it could be. Everyone reverse analyzes it, and it's like, MrBeast's a fucking moron. Like, he didn't do this, this, and this. Like, what is wrong with, and it's like, no, I don't know, I had like the flu or something. And sorry, that piece of content isn't as good. I don't know what you want from me. Then it's all this pressure, and then, you still have to make short form content. I still have to do this, and, so yeah, it just kind of like all stacks up, and you're running at full speed nonstop. And every time you take even like an hour off, you feel bad because you're like, damn, that's an hour I could have been working, and I'm the bottleneck for almost everything. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah. You're the bottleneck for everything. And, and we feel that too in our company, right? Like if we're not at our office or like reviewing edits or something, everything always ends with us, right?
Exactly.
That's the hard thing about
what was the other one? What's the Oh, well,
Which one?
bro, now we're about to go down a rabbit hole.
Did you see
trying to help
Severance?
Severance? How'd you know that's what I was going to say?
I mean, you could feel it.
That's
How
the
did you-
one.
bro,
Because
that
it's
is
so good. You,
that is
you obviously
stupid.
finished it, right?
No, that is stupid that me touching my eyebrows indicated Severance.
Yeah, I knew it.
What?
I was like,
What?
he's on the inside.
I was about to say like the show with the white walls, but I was like, they're not going to know what I'm talking about.
No, Severance was amazing.
Severance was
Well,
insane.
Severance was great all the way up to the ending. I feel like that was just like all that.
You didn't like the ending?
No, like
Oh
all
my
that build up
gosh.
and all that like
Yeah.
investment, and then the ending to me was just kind
But it's not over yet.
of, you know,
I mean, we spent years not paying attention to videos that did well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think we tried to learn from mistakes, but we should have been learning from success. Because you
Yeah.
look at like our videos that do well on our channel, go back 3 years. The next video we make bombs.
Yeah.
Because it has nothing to do.
I know every time you guys came down.
Yeah, I mean, you would tell us.
You would tell us.
I'll tell you why.
It is true. Sometimes that is harder. Like, you know, to learn
It's harder
from,
to pay attention to
You would
success.
think that if something does well, you'd repeat it.
Yeah. The thing is, it's all knowledge. It really is. And like every time I say this, people debate it to the end of time on Twitter, but I don't care. Like I could start a new channel tomorrow with not using my face or my voice, like without ever promoting it, and in 6 months have 20 million subscribers. I just could. Like,
There's sometimes where I have theories that you are doing that and it's going to happen and you're not going to tell
I live
anyone.
through people vicariously all the time and help people just get a couple million subscribers here and there. It's purely knowledge. Like if you knew what I knew, you could get 10 million views a video and you could get 10 million subscribers no matter where you are right now within 6 months. It really is just knowledge. And I can already tell you 90% of the people watching, they don't agree with that. They don't. And everyone has excuses and they're always like, nah, YouTube just doesn't work like that, Jimmy. You don't understand. But I mentor a lot of people. I see it even to this day. I still see it all the time. It is possible. It is simply knowledge. And the second you accept that it is knowledge and you start your, for me, 10,000 day journey of learning, for you, whatever it is, if you want to be less hardcore. But the highest thing I value is coachability, because like no one's going to come in here and be able to tell us what to do, right? And no one's going to come in here knowing what to do. Like the first 6 months you work here, you're useless, and it's fine. You're supposed to be useless. Like I've spent 10 years of my life doing this. I've had people here for 5-6 years now. Like they will just run circles around you no matter who you are. You know what I mean? And so it's coachability is very important because people who aren't, then like, they just don't belong here, which is crazy. But it's that simple. It's like, I'm going to tell you how you can charge me more money. But people really struggle with that because they want to prove they're valuable or they think they know better, especially if they come from traditional.